Before the Aztecs and before the Maya, there were a culture who are referred to as the Olmecs. It's been known by archaeologists for quite a long time that there are anomalous skulls in parts of Brazil.
The Olmecs, they're characterized by the megalithic stone heads.
In the depths of the wild jungle, where ancient legends blend with the sounds of nature, a thrilling discovery is solving one of history's biggest puzzles. Imagine a long-lost civilization, once thought to be a myth. Yet, buried under thick vegetation and centuries of nature's cover, scientists have found proof of a forgotten society that existed before the famous Aztecs and Incas. Join us as we delve deep into the heart of this discovery of a lost civilization in the jungle that predates the Aztecs and Inca. The ancient stone heads. The ancient Olmec civilization, often hailed as the mother culture of Mesoamerica, was a sophisticated society that laid the foundational elements for later civilizations like the Maya and Aztecs. For centuries, this mysterious culture remained shrouded in mystery, hidden beneath the dense and untamed jungles of southern Mexico. The Olmecs are credited with pioneering many aspects of Mesoamerican culture, such as writing, urban planning, and perhaps most famously, their colossal stone sculptures. The veil of mystery surrounding the Olmecs began to lift in the 19th century, thanks to the curiosity and determination of European explorers and archaeologists who ventured into these remote regions. As they explored deeper into the jungles, they began to uncover astonishing remnants of an advanced civilization that flourished between 1600 and 400 BCE, long before the rise of the Maya and Aztec empires. One of the most significant breakthroughs in Olmec archaeology occurred in 1862, when a colossal stone head, measuring about 9 feet in height and weighing several tons, was discovered near the town of Tres Zapotes in the Mexican state of Veracruz. These colossal heads, carved from single blocks of basalt, are among the most iconic symbols of Olmec civilization. The head discovered at Tres Zapotes was the first of what would later be recognized as one of 17 known Olmec colossal heads, each thought to represent powerful rulers or deities. The man responsible for documenting this groundbreaking discovery was José Melgar y Serrano, a Mexican archaeologist and writer who recognized the significance of the find. His documentation of the colossal head marked the beginning of a series of archaeological investigations that would eventually reveal the Olmecs as one of the most influential and enigmatic cultures of ancient Mesoamerica. The discovery of the colossal head was a mystery that left scholars and explorers alike scratching their heads. When Melgar first stumbled upon the head, he was captivated by its striking features. The head bore distinct facial characteristics that Melgar described as having Ethiopian traits: broad nose, full lips, and an overall appearance unlike anything he had seen in Mesoamerica. This observation led to wild assumptions about the origins of the civilization that created it. Some early theories even suggested that ancient travelers from Africa or Asia might have influenced the creation of such sculptures, long before the indigenous civilizations of Mesoamerica were recognized for their achievements. The mystery deepened due to the head's sheer size and the lack of any immediate context around it. Standing over 6 feet tall and weighing several tons, the head was unlike anything else discovered in the region, and it was found in isolation, with no other artifacts or structures nearby to explain its purpose or origin. This fueled a sense of wonder and confusion among those who encountered it. It wasn't until the early 20th century, with the discovery of more colossal heads and other artifacts, that archaeologists began to piece together the story of the Olmecs, one of the earliest known civilizations in the Americas. In the 1920s and 1930s, groundbreaking archaeological research led by pioneers like Franz Blum and Matthew Stirling unveiled significant new evidence about the Olmec civilization, one of Mesoamerica's earliest complex societies. Stirling, an American archaeologist with a keen eye for ancient cultures, conducted extensive excavations along the Gulf Coast of Mexico, a region rich with Olmec artifacts. Stirling's work focused on 3 main Olmec sites: San Lorenzo, La Venta, and Tres Zapotes. These locations are now considered key centers of Olmec culture. The discoveries made at these sites were nothing short of remarkable. Among the most iconic finds were the colossal stone heads, which are among the most impressive artifacts of the Olmec civilization. These enormous sculptures vary in height from about 5 feet to over 10 feet and can weigh up to 40 tons, equivalent to the weight of 10 African elephants. The colossal heads were sculpted from basalt, a dense volcanic rock that the Olmecs transported from quarries located more than 60 miles away from the excavation sites. The journey of these rocks required advanced logistical skills and demonstrated the Olmecs' sophisticated organization. In addition to the stone heads, the team uncovered other monumental sculptures and artifacts, including intricately carved altars and stelae, which provided deeper insights into the Olmecs' religious and social practices. These artifacts reveal the Olmecs' impressive artistic abilities and their complex society, characterized by powerful leaders and rich cultural traditions. The scale and artistry of these structures not only highlight the Olmecs' advanced craftsmanship, but also their significant influence on later Mesoamerican civilizations, such as the Maya and the Aztecs. The Olmec civilization, often considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica, played a crucial role in shaping the region's cultural and historical landscape. The Secrets of San Lorenzo. In 1945, an exciting adventure began when Matthew Stirling led a groundbreaking expedition to San Lorenzo. This was no ordinary journey. It was supported by the renowned Smithsonian Institution, highlighting the significance of uncovering the secrets of the ancient Olmec sites. These sites were like pieces of a gigantic puzzle about the history of Mesoamerica, waiting to be pieced together. Before Stirling's expedition, explorers had been intrigued by the area due to the discovery of enormous stone heads. While these findings were captivating, they only hinted at the hidden treasures buried beneath the jungle floor. Stirling, a well-respected figure in archaeology with a deep knowledge of Mesoamerican cultures, was the perfect person for this challenging task. San Lorenzo was tucked away in a dense tropical jungle, making the journey there a real adventure. Reaching the site was incredibly tough, and starting the excavation was even harder. The team had to clear vast stretches of thick jungle very carefully to avoid disturbing any hidden artifacts. The weather was relentless, hot and humid with unpredictable conditions, making the preservation of ancient objects especially difficult. The site itself was enormous, stretching over many kilometers. Stirling and his team faced a daunting challenge, deciding where to start digging in such a vast area. They couldn't dig it all at once, so they began with a thorough survey, which required significant time and effort. They identified the most promising areas to dig and proceeded with extreme caution. Each bit of soil they moved was handled with care, as the ancient artifacts they sought were fragile and easily damaged by the damp conditions. Every discovery was carefully documented, noting the exact location and details of each find. Keeping detailed records was crucial because they allowed researchers to learn more about the site later. What they uncovered at San Lorenzo was truly astonishing. It turned out to be one of the oldest and most significant cities in Mesoamerica, dating back to between 1200 and 900 BCE, long before the famous Maya and Aztec civilizations. Interestingly, the symbols found there weren't exclusive to the Maya. They were also used by the Olmecs. The discoveries at San Lorenzo were remarkable, especially the giant stone heads that were unearthed. These colossal sculptures, made from massive blocks of rock, feature distinctive faces with large, round eyes and broad noses. Some even sport elaborate headgear, which might indicate that they represented important figures or were used in special ceremonies. The symbols carved into these stones are still a topic of debate, adding to the intrigue of the site. In addition to the heads, researchers found jade figures and various pottery styles. These artifacts provide fascinating insights into the Olmecs' daily life, art, and trade practices. The presence of jade, which wasn't locally available, suggests that the Olmecs had extensive trade networks. The large structures, including platforms and potential residences for high-status individuals, point to a well-organized society capable of impressive construction projects. San Lorenzo's layout is particularly striking, with a central axis that reveals careful planning. The city was thoughtfully arranged with designated areas for ceremonies and residential spaces, reflecting a sophisticated urban design and social hierarchy. The Olmec's Earth Pyramid. In the 1950s, archaeologists shifted their focus to La Venta, a major Olmec site in Tabasco, Mexico. This change was important because La Venta provided fresh insights into the Olmec civilization, one of the earliest advanced societies in Mesoamerica. Key figures like Philip Drucker and Robert Heiser led thorough and well-organized excavations at La Venta. They didn't just dig up artifacts, they also used techniques from various fields, including anthropology and geology, to better understand Olmec's life and culture. La Venta was a central hub during the peak of the Olmec civilization, which thrived between about 900 and 400 BCE. During this time, the Olmecs made impressive advances in art and architecture. Unlike the stone pyramids of Egypt, La Venta's pyramid was made from earth and clay and shaped like a giant cone. This structure was one of the largest of its kind in Mesoamerica, showcasing the Olmecs' skill in planning and constructing monumental projects. The pyramid in La Venta wasn't just an impressive building. It served as the focal point for ceremonies and religious events. It was the heart of their rituals. The alignment of the pyramid and other structures with the stars and planets reveals that the Olmecs had a sophisticated understanding of both construction and astronomy. La Venta was likely a bustling center of cultural and social activities. When archaeologists began their work at La Venta, they approached it with great care, examining each layer of soil and documenting the placement of every artifact. They faced significant challenges due to the hot, humid tropical climate and the fact that many Olmec buildings were made of mud, which made preserving and interpreting the findings difficult. The team had to be extremely meticulous in documenting every artifact they unearthed, ensuring that they provided detailed records for future research. Much like San Lorenzo, La Venta is renowned for its colossal stone heads carved from large boulders. These heads are believed to represent influential Olmec leaders or significant figures from their society. The site itself resembles a treasure trove filled with altars adorned with intricate carvings depicting people, animals, and richly symbolic scenes. One of the standout features of La Venta is its collection of jade objects. The variety is stunning, ranging from finely crafted small statues to ceremonial axes. These jade artifacts were not just decorative. They showcased the Olmec's remarkable craftsmanship and hinted at extensive trade networks, as jade was not locally sourced. The burial sites uncovered at La Venta are like chapters from a captivating story. Archaeologists found elaborate mosaic pavements made from a lustrous green stone called serpentine. Alongside these pavements were various offerings, each imbued with deep religious significance. The discoveries at La Venta have been pivotal in unraveling the mysteries of the Olmec civilization, shedding light on their way of life, beliefs, and artistic talents. Protecting La Venta for future generations is a significant challenge due to threats from both natural elements and human activity. Safeguarding this remarkable site is crucial, not only for archaeology enthusiasts, but also for understanding a crucial part of our history. What makes La Venta particularly fascinating is its status as one of the earliest advanced civilizations in Central America. The architectural marvels found here bear striking similarities to those of the later Maya civilization. The Maya, known for their profound interest in the cosmos, viewed the Milky Way as a celestial pathway to their underworld, Zalba, which they imagined to be located in the enchanting regions of Central America. The mysteries of the Olmec colossal heads. The discovery of the Olmec civilization remains one of the most interesting archaeological finds, steeped in mystery from the very beginning. Among their most striking features are the colossal stone heads. These massive sculptures are adorned with distinctive facial features and helmet-like headdresses, which have spurred intense curiosity and debate among historians and archaeologists alike. The Olmecs were among the earliest known Mesoamerican civilizations. The sheer scale and complexity of these heads raise several questions. How did they manage to transport these enormous stones, considering they lacked the wheel and draft animals? Recent research suggests that the Olmecs may have used a combination of human labor, wooden sleds, and log rollers to move the stones from their quarry to the site. Another fascinating aspect of the Olmec heads is their extraordinary craftsmanship. Despite their immense size, the heads are remarkably detailed, showcasing intricate facial expressions and realistic features. Each head displays a unique combination of traits, suggesting that they may represent specific rulers, important figures, or deities in Olmec society. The Olmecs were known for their advanced sculpting techniques, including the use of basalt, a hard volcanic rock, which they skillfully carved using a combination of stone tools and abrasive materials. The Olmec heads not only demonstrate the civilization's impressive artistic abilities, but also offer insights into their social and political structures. Some theories propose that the heads symbolize the authority and divine status of particular leaders, while others suggest they may have served as symbols of collective identity or territorial markers. The helmets worn by the Olmec figures have ignited fascinating theories. Some experts believe these figures might represent powerful warriors, skilled ballplayers, or even deities. What captivates researchers is the mystery of how the Olmec transported their massive stone heads. These colossal basalt heads were carved from the Tuxtla Mountains, which are over 50 miles away from the Olmec cities. Transporting such massive stones, some weighing up to 40 tons, would have been a monumental task. Ancient Olmec society lacked modern technology, so they had to employ innovative methods. One popular theory is that the Olmec used rolling logs and sleds, which would have involved a large workforce. This method would have required careful coordination and incredible strength. Another interesting idea is that the Olmec might have floated the stones on rafts along rivers. Given the extensive river networks in Mesoamerica, this method would have made sense, especially if they used waterways to bring the stones closer to their destination. Recent research suggests that the Olmec also might have used a technique involving mud roads, made from clay or soil, to help move the stones. Additionally, evidence of stone-cutting tools and labor-intensive construction techniques found at Olmec sites hints at their advanced engineering skills. Despite these theories, no definitive evidence has been found to conclusively explain how the Olmec moved these enormous stone heads. The mystery of their transportation methods continues to fascinate archaeologists and historians alike. The birth of Mesoamerican civilization. The Olmec civilization continues to captivate historians and archaeologists with its impressive stone heads and ancient structures. To uncover the secrets of these monumental creations, scientists use radiocarbon dating, a technique that measures the decay of carbon isotopes in organic materials found in the surrounding soil. This method helps determine the age of the archaeological layers, and by extension, the artifacts within them. The oldest known Olmec site, San Lorenzo, was a thriving center around 1200 BCE. This site features enormous basalt heads that weigh up to 20 tons each, demonstrating the Olmec's advanced sculpting techniques. Some of these heads may be even older, hinting at an earlier and more complex society. The Olmecs are often considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica because their innovations and cultural practices laid the groundwork for later civilizations like the Maya and Aztecs. The Olmecs' extensive trade networks, spanning from the Gulf Coast to the highlands of central Mexico, suggest they were influential far beyond their territory. To determine the age of the Olmec stone heads and other structures, archaeologists carefully analyzed the stratigraphy, or layering of soil, at excavation sites. They studied the sediment layers and the artifacts embedded within them to estimate the periods during which these monumental objects were crafted. Radiocarbon dating of organic materials found near the Olmec sculptures has provided more precise dates, confirming that the Olmec were indeed an ancient civilization with deep roots in the pre-classic period of American history. This dating helps us understand their significant role in early Mesoamerican civilization. One of the most captivating theories about the Olmec civilization is their influence on subsequent Mesoamerican cultures. The Olmec are often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica because they established many of the cultural and religious practices that were later adopted and adapted by the Maya, Aztecs, and other civilizations. For instance, the Olmec are credited with developing the long count calendar, which was crucial for recording historical events and planning agricultural activities. This calendar system later influenced the Mayans, who refined it into a more complex system used to track time in great detail. Additionally, the Olmec are believed to have been among the first to use the concept of zero in their numerical systems, a revolutionary idea that greatly impacted Mesoamerican mathematics. This concept was essential for their sophisticated astronomical calculations and was later adopted by other civilizations. The Olmec also pioneered the Mesoamerican ball game, which was not just a sport, but held significant ritualistic and political importance. The game, played with a rubber ball, was a central cultural practice that involved elaborate ceremonies and was tied to themes of life, death, and rebirth. These innovations by the Olmec laid the groundwork for future Mesoamerican cultures, making their contributions a crucial part of the region's historical development. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of the uncharted Amazon, beneath the dense canopy of emerald leaves, an unexpected discovery was about to rewrite history. For decades, scientists had been exploring the mysteries of ancient civilizations, but nothing could prepare them for what lay hidden in the depths of the jungle. Dr. Elena Morales, a renowned archaeologist, led a team of intrepid explorers through the thick undergrowth. Their mission was to investigate anomalous signals detected by satellite imagery. What they found exceeded their wildest dreams. The team stumbled upon colossal stone structures entwined with vines, their grandeur obscured by centuries of forest growth. As they cleared the underbrush, intricate carvings emerged on the stone walls, symbols and images depicting a civilization far older than the Aztecs or Incas. Radiocarbon dating revealed that these structures were from a civilization that thrived over 3,000 years before the Aztecs and Incas. The site was named El Dorado de los Ancestrales, or the Golden Land of the Ancients. Unlike anything seen before, the complex featured enormous pyramids, advanced hydraulic systems, and murals detailing astronomical knowledge that rivaled that of ancient Greece. What fascinated Dr. Morales the most were the depictions of a mysterious celestial event, an alignment of planets and stars that had been long forgotten. This lost civilization had a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, and their alignment charts suggested knowledge that spanned millennia. As the team unearthed more artifacts, including intricately carved jade figurines and advanced tools, it became clear that this civilization had a profound influence on the ancient cultures that followed. The discovery of their advanced knowledge and impressive engineering left scholars in awe and opened new questions about the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. How did this ancient civilization achieve such advanced astronomical knowledge, and what secrets about the universe might they have uncovered? Let us have your opinions in the comment below. The collapse of an ancient civilization. One particularly interesting theory suggests that the Olmec civilization was highly stratified, featuring a distinct social hierarchy. At the top of this hierarchy was a powerful elite class that wielded significant control over a vast workforce. This elite group is believed to have been responsible for commissioning the creation of the colossal heads and other monumental works. These massive stone sculptures, some weighing up to 40 tons and standing over 9 feet tall, required immense resources and manpower to produce. The elite would have used their influence to mobilize the necessary labor and materials for these grand projects. According to this theory, the colossal heads may have been portraits of these influential rulers, crafted to commemorate their power and leave a lasting legacy. Another compelling theory suggests that the colossal heads had a religious or ceremonial role. The Olmecs practiced a form of shamanism, which involved communication with the spiritual world. It's possible that these monumental heads were created as offerings to their gods or to mark sacred sites. Some scholars believe that the heads were strategically placed at the entrances of important ceremonial centers, such as San Lorenzo and La Venta, serving as guardians or representations of divine entities. These ceremonial centers were not just places of worship, but also political and economic hubs, demonstrating the complex interplay between religion, governance, and daily life in Olmec society. the decline of the Olmec civilization remains one of the greatest mysteries in ancient Mesoamerican studies. By around 400 BCE, the major Olmec centers, including San Lorenzo and La Venta, had been abandoned. The reasons behind the decline of the Olmec civilization remain a subject of ongoing debate, with several intriguing theories offering potential explanations. One prominent theory suggests that dramatic environmental changes played a crucial role in the Olmec's downfall. Archaeological evidence reveals that the Olmec heartland, located in the lowlands of present-day southern Mexico, experienced significant alterations in climate and water systems towards the end of their civilization. During this period, the region faced major shifts, including changes in river courses and a decline in rainfall. For example, the region's once reliable rivers, such as the San Juan and Papaloapan, may have shifted their courses or dried up entirely. These environmental changes would have led to severe consequences for agriculture. The Olmecs relied heavily on their ability to cultivate crops such as maize, beans, and squash in the fertile river valleys. With the rivers losing their flow and the soil becoming less productive, crop failures and food shortages likely ensued. This agricultural crisis would have placed immense stress on the Olmec society, potentially leading to social unrest. There might have been conflicts over dwindling resources, increased migration, and a breakdown of trade networks. These factors could have contributed to the disintegration of the Olmec civilization, leading to its eventual collapse. In addition, evidence from satellite imagery and field surveys supports the idea that the Olmec ceremonial centers, such as La Venta and San Lorenzo, saw significant abandonment and decline in infrastructure around this time, further corroborating the impact of environmental stress on their society. Extraterrestrial mysteries and the lost Atlantis connection. One theory about why the Olmec civilization declined points to internal conflicts. Like many ancient societies, the Olmecs experienced power struggles among their elite class, which may have destabilized their political structure and led to societal fragmentation. Historical evidence, including the widespread destruction of major Olmec sites, such as the defacement of colossal stone heads and the burning of ceremonial centers, suggest that their civilization might have met a violent end. Interestingly, the Olmec civilization, known for its mysterious and massive stone sculptures and complex urban centers, suddenly declined around 400 BCE. This abrupt end could be linked to internal strife, as the power struggles among the ruling elite weakened the cohesion of their society. Beyond internal conflicts, there are more speculative theories about external influences. Some researchers propose that the Olmec were invaded by rival groups, possibly from the highlands of Mexico, who overthrew the Olmec rulers and dismantled their society. These invaders might have been seeking control over the Olmec's rich trade networks and resources. Another theory suggests that the Olmec were part of a larger network of interconnected civilizations, all of which experienced simultaneous declines. This widespread collapse could have been triggered by a combination of factors such as climate change, resource depletion, or increased warfare, leading to a broader regional collapse. Among the more unconventional theories about the Olmec civilization is the idea that they might have been linked to the legendary lost civilization of Atlantis, or even had contact with extraterrestrial beings. Although mainstream archaeology does not support these theories, they continue to fascinate those drawn to ancient mysteries. The Atlantis theory suggests that the Olmec could be descendants of survivors from Atlantis, a mythical island described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. According to this theory, these Atlantean survivors might have fled to the Americas after their homeland was destroyed by cataclysmic events, as Plato's dialogues describe. Supporters of this theory often highlight the advanced sophistication of Olmec art and architecture, such as the colossal basalt heads and intricate carvings, as potential evidence of their Atlantean origins. Furthermore, the Olmec civilization is known for its impressive achievements, including the creation of large-scale stone monuments and the development of one of the earliest Mesoamerican writing systems. The mystery of their sudden disappearance around 400 BCE adds to the allure of these theories. Some proponents also draw comparisons between Olmec's artistic motifs and those found in other ancient civilizations, suggesting possible cross-cultural influences. However, despite the compelling nature of these ideas, there is no solid evidence to substantiate them. The Atlantis theory, while captivating, remains speculative and is widely dismissed by experts. Mainstream archaeologists attribute the Olmec's achievements to their own innovative and complex society, without the need for extraterrestrial intervention or ancient lost civilizations. The alien connection theory proposes that the Olmec civilization might have been visited by extraterrestrials who imparted advanced knowledge and technology. This theory is often associated with Olmec's famous colossal stone heads, which are among the most striking and mysterious artifacts from ancient Mesoamerica. Some suggest these massive sculptures were either inspired by or created with the assistance of aliens, due to their astonishing craftsmanship and the enormous logistical challenges involved in transporting such large stones. The Olmec heads, carved from basalt, can weigh up to 40 tons. Their precise features, including detailed facial expressions, reflect a high level of artistic skill. The monumental effort required to carve and transport these heads, sometimes over 60 miles from their quarry, has led some to assume that such feats could not have been achieved without advanced technology or outside help. However, no scientific evidence supports the alien connection theory. It remains a modern myth rather than a credible historical hypothesis. The discovery of the Olmec civilization was a landmark event in archaeology. Unearthed in the early 20th century, the Olmec civilization revealed a complex society with advanced knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering. The Olmecs are credited with creating the earliest known Mesoamerican writing system and calendar. Their colossal heads, monumental pyramids, and sophisticated jade carvings are proof of their impressive craftsmanship and cultural influence. The Olmec civilization laid the foundation for many aspects of Mesoamerican culture. Their innovations and artistic achievements continue to captivate scholars and the public alike. Despite numerous theories and ongoing research, many questions about their origins, accomplishments, and eventual decline remain unanswered. The Olmec's legacy, including their mysterious and awe-inspiring artifacts, continues to be a source of fascination and assumption. Theories about their connection to lost civilizations like Atlantis or extraterrestrials, while intriguing, often blend historical fact with imaginative storytelling. What are your thoughts about these scientists' discovery of a lost civilization in the jungle that predates the Aztecs and Incas? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below.